Hello guys, MTG Dude back here, laughing lasagna to rock another Friday. Now, I've been doing this thing where I was discussing on Twitch, um, building decks, and I kind of want to build a deck on here and show you guys how I do it. When I was trying to show it on my stream, I had a lot of sound words going off, or I would just not see some things. Like I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, and then it just loses the whole push of what I'm trying to build. So today, I might build one deck and then just try it out against the bot, see how it goes. I'm using the Magic the Gathering Arena from Steam. It's free to play, free to download. Just make sure you have Steam. If you have an old account and you want to add things to it, I mean, I forgot my old account, which kind of sucks. I had a lot of cool decks in it. So I made a new one, and now there is the Final Fantasy cards I added, which is really cool. Um, I'm not really big into Final Fantasy, but there are so many cool cards that you can get in there as well. So I'm kind of doing this thing where, like I said, I'm just gonna be showing how I build a deck. I built so far 2 or 3 decks, and let's turn this on and turn on my camera here. So the decks I've so far created is this guy right here, the Lively Angel deck, and this is a all white deck, but it's basically lifelink flying, of course. And the thing is like when I'm making these decks, I kind of go for which cards do what to each other card or your life gain. Um, so the one card that I kind of centers around, trying to find it. I think it's this. Might be that. Can't remember which one it was. One that was. Oh, here. So, Lyra Dawnbringer is flying first strike and lifelink. All the angels you control get 1/1 and lifelink. So, basically, this is more just a flying lifelink. And what's really nice is the other ones I put in here, like whenever you gain life, you get Surveil 1. Would be the top card you may put in your graveyard. And then I have these Stasis Snares, which when it enters, exiles our opponent creature, and it won't come back till at the end when this is destroyed or whatever. I also have like Banshee, like kind of the same thing too. And then there's just like certain other ones where it's like whenever another angel you control enters, put 1 counter on this creature. So I have a few angels that will go with this card. There's just a lot of things that I make sure I keep kind of, when I get more cards that work together, I try to make sure I put them in there. And what's really cool is also I want to make more of these, because what's cool is you make more cards to add to your deck. This is one that we actually can like make copies of this with the tools you can win, if you would, in this set game. So this is again the Lively Angel deck that is basically just tons of lifelink, and there's a lot of the flying as well. So I have things for the bottom and top of the battlefield. Nothing with Death Touch. Of course, Death Touch is very fun. My other deck was the Zombies deck, which this deck is supposed to be more of a fast deck. I think I played this with one of my friends. I beat him with only 2 other. I only had 2 mana the entire time, because basically this is like a very not much of a huge mana build. But this one here is really cool. Is when this creature enters, each one loses X life, for X is your devotion to black. You gain that much life lost. So him and this is a great enchantment. whenever a card on your opponent's basically if your opponent attacks and then you kill it, right? Instead of going to the graveyard, it's exiled instead. So basically, whenever I have like murder or whatever it is, I also use compound fracture, which the more you have in the graveyard, the more damage that certain card does. So if you're facing against people who have these huge creatures and they can always be brought in from the graveyard, like they can resurrect them or whatever, stuff like this will keep them in the exile area instead of being in the graveyard. So it's a great deck that I've been working on. Like this is an instant destroy target creature or planeswalker. I don't think that the this will do that. It might actually, yes, it probably should. So basically, if it is specifying a card, not a creature or instant sorcery, it's whatever a card we put into the opponent's graveyard. So if I was to put it from your hand or whatever it is, and I think it's nice. It only costs 4 to pull out. So as long as you're working on getting that more like just bringing it out in a sense of making sure that things don't be put into their hand or what I'm trying with this is basically it's this deck is basically just trying to make sure your graveyard is no longer available as long as you're trying to kill things. Overkill is one of those cool cards. There's supposed to be a looping damage you can do. There are certain cards that Magic the Gathering Arena does not have due to people actually finding these loops, which I find is very, very fun. They have it at least. This right here, Rise of the Dark Realms, pull all creatures from all graveyards to battlefield. So this is more if you can't get certain cards out and you have if all your creatures are in the graveyard. Same with theirs, so you can just pull them all out and then go, boom, this is mine. Nightmare Horse, the Nightmare. Power toughness equal to the number of swamps you control. He's already at 6/6. Your power toughness will be 6 already because it costs 6 to pull him out. And yeah, I enjoy this deck right here because there's just so much you can do with it. And then what's like one of the cards I enjoy using is a transformed card, which is Vengeful Stranger. So this guy can't block, but when he dies, it transforms into an enchantment. This enchantment then, if I attack with this guy and the person says, I'm done, like say I have all 3 of them out, right? And all 3 of them are just hitting the opponent. And finally they're like, okay, you know what? Time for me to make sure to kill one of these, right? It becomes an enchantment called Strangling Grasp. At the beginning of upkeep, enchanted permanent's controller sacrifices a non-land permanent of their choice, and then that player loses 1 life. So basically, each turn of the opponent, they sacrifice a creature or land or whatever it is, permanent, or non-land permanent, so enchantment or whatever, they will be on the field. They would then lose a life from doing said things. So that's kind of again the zombies deck, and so when I make a new deck, I'm looking at like what I'm gonna do. A format. I always do the format would be probably standard, okay. And I want to do a certain deck where it's gonna be something to do with probably I want to do counters and let's do a white blue, right? White being we want to make sure we can get things out that are flying or lifelink or with counters, and then the blue is to basically counter spell certain things. So I would say then like unsummoned. We want to put 3 of those in there because that's 3 automatically that someone try to bring the other creature. We return target creature to his hand, right? So if they're attacking with a certain card, or you find it's a very large, let's say it's a very large um, token, right? I had this guy I was playing with the other day. Their tokens were huge, right? They were like a 14, whatever token. If you return that creature to the opponent's hand, that token is now gone. Because it's not in their hands. It's already been used, and it's no longer a creature, if you would. So let's go with a couple fog banks, because we want to make sure we defend things, right? We'll make sure things are going to be able to be not targeted, if you would. I'm looking for a lot of flying. Okay, so one thing I didn't like though is crew. Crew is kind of a pain because it's like you gotta tap your actual creatures to bring these things out, and they only last for the one turn. So I specifically don't like it. Some people will like crew because of what it does with artifacts, stuff like that. I just don't. I've never been a big fan of crew abilities. I know there are people who enjoy it. There's probably ways to work with it very well, but it is not a lasagna thing. Let's grab this guy. And let's see. There's a room here. Okay, we don't want that room. What does this do? Interesting. Let's grab that as well. Let's grab that, because we're gonna have a lot of instances of sorceries, and he has Ward 2, which basically whenever permanent with Ward becomes target of a spell or ability, an opponent controls counter it unless the player pays a ward cost. It means it's +2 plus whatever it is they're trying to use it against the certain card. So I'm cool with that. So we got a few cards. We want to make sure we can find something that will work with certain cards. So unsummon is just creature cards. Let's do some scares as well, because we're trying to counter that. That's an instant sorcery. Let's grab some turtles, because we make sure we can at least defend some things, right? And let's do that. Alright. So let's find our whites that we have. Let's see here. So we gotta find a way to get these creatures to get bigger, right? So what does Endear do again? Endear, pull on counter this creature, whatever. Oh, okay. Whenever this creature enters, Endear, put one counter on this creature, or put a will one spirit token. We might use I might use that. As long as you lost, you gain life when counter this creature. Oh, we'll use that as well because it means I can then grab that as well. So basically, whenever I then, if I lost life, right, it gets flying and vigilance, which is great. Whenever you gain life, I put one counter on this creature. But when this creature dies, if I have the counters on there, so I have like 3 counters on it, put the counters on a target creature you control, which means I can then do it. I can have like 3/1/1 counters put on something else that would make it super strong, or not super strong, but strong enough to then grab something. So let's grab our this. Let's grab a hawk. Let's do 2 hawks. Let's grab that. Moment of triumph. So we're trying to make sure we can get some more life on there as well. So we're going to add 2 of these. A couple of pacifisms as well. We'll do 1 bashing light. I don't want to put too much in here. Do Dazzling Angel. There's a lot of things you can do on here. We'll grab one of those. And then there's gotta be... I want to kind of make sure I grab something that will have both colors in it, so... I don't think I have a lot of enchantments, do I? I don't think I did. Like, that's the only enchantment I have. I believe. I have 2 enchantments, sorry. So I would not want to use this, because if basically like your enchantment costs are, for me, they're not as much as they probably would be. I gotta keep him alive somehow, right? And I would rather not do that. That's a lot of work. We'll grab these 2 because they both do one thing, which would be gain life. This one gains life, and this one is scry, which would be a good one as well. Whenever I control, I don't have any artifacts I'm really gonna be doing. Do I have any other? Do I have any other blue-white cards? I don't think I do. No, I do not. Okay. So, we're going to grab another gate. And we're going to grab this. And let's try to find... Because we make sure we have enough. We have plenty of blue and white. Well, I want to make sure I get at least my 60 cards in there. And it seems we have 2 cards in there, I believe, that will help you help you with your gaining life, and whenever you gain life, then you'll get it the counters or whatever. We make sure we can get our life and all that stuff. So let's just grab that. So basically it says you may cast spells that literally have flash, which means you can basically play them as instances as well, which will help us in the long run. I'm looking for something else. Do that one. Basically, it's enchant creature, loses all abilities, and is a black skeleton with a base 1/1. So they may try to kill it, which means they bring it from the graveyard, but we'll probably be able to just get rid of it. And let's bring up a big guy. Alright, so we're gonna call this deck lively counters. And I'm going to, let's just do one game of this against the bot. Let's just see how this one plays out. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but this is basically because someone was asking me how I build decks. I'm not really good at building decks. I'm not like the best, but I understand kind of how it works. So when you're playing, you kind of want to see what's in your hand. I have 2 lands, 1 blue, 1 white. I have 3 cards I can play within 2 turns. And then this one, so I'm actually gonna keep this, even though I have 2 lands.
It's a game.
I'm okay with that. Oh, and there's now. Okay, so now we're good there. So now we have 3 lands that we can play. The shield come out, which is good. Oh, and we have 1. Oh, we have another land. Not gonna worry about that. And turn. Let me turn down this audio. Creatures with spells do cost 1 less to cast. We're gonna flash that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna take damage, that's fine. And then we're gonna bring our flying. So creatures, when a creature enters, you gain 1 life, which is fine. You're not gonna attack, which is fine. We're going to do this. When you gain life, you will counter, which we'll do there. He'll gain 1 counter, and then we will not attack because he does have a flying. I'm not sure with the blue. Blue has a lot of counters and stuff, so I ain't worried about that. He can draw a card. That's fine. We'll grab that. We'll do the 4 1/1 dogs, which means that's 4 times. He'll gain 4 counters.
Powerful cards.
Thank y'all. And then we're gonna do. We're gonna do this guy here. unsummon him. We'll let him draw a card. That's okay. We're gonna grab this. He might, if I attack with this guy, he might block it all. But we'll just do our 4 dogs to see if we can clear some of this. So that's fine. We did one went through. That's fine. Bring in more flying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6 cards still untapped. We're not worried about that. Because he might make it bigger then. He might make this guy, one of you guys bigger, and kill this guy. We don't want him to die right now. So I'm not gonna attack right now because even though it is the PC plane. Oh really? Son of a biscuit. Well, that's fine. We'll just do this. Get rid of that enchantment.
Oh.
Glad I have that in my deck. So we're gonna do him. See what he does. So we're gonna do hexproof. Yeah, we'll do that much damage. Fine. That's fine. Oh, there we go. And we'll attack with him again. Do some good damage now. He has no cards in his hands, so he can't really do any abilities. And see, now he is pretty much screwed. So we should just should we tear everything? Why not? We have one good defender. That's fine. Ow. Oh, look at that. Can't block. We're gonna do that. And then we're attacking with everything. That's game. That's how we do that.
Till we meet again, Planeswalker.
So this deck against the bot seems decent. And I'm cool with it. The counters that we put on the one guy with every time you gain life, it's a good combination with the cat and with the other cards. Which was the where is that? The Pride Mate. We have 2 of them. So in case one goes down, we can always bring the other one in there. And then it also goes with the one card. This is where I got lost because I'm going, there's a guy right here. Dancing Angel is pretty good for that. And then, like whenever a creature controls, you gain 1 life. So those cards will help increase his strength. Adani's Primate. So I like it. Again, this game is a lot of fun. I enjoy how much you can do with it, and the decks you can keep building are always something new because you always find new cards. You can create new cards, or you can not create new cards, but you can find them in there. You can search them up and then make decks. There are a lot of cards on here that you can't use due to it being a certain style, or it could be not the correct event cards or whatever. But I'm a big fan. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little bit longer video, but I enjoy showing you guys what I do for MTG. I own a lot of these cards in my collection as well. So maybe I might make a deck out of these sometime. And a lot of my friends play Commander instead of doing Standard, but I'm sure in Commander you could probably make some really good decks as well with these cards. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this, leave a awesome like with a thumbs up, subscribe. Also, the word of the month for the Steam game giveaway is independence. Make sure you please check it out how you win that Steam game giveaway by just going to Discord, clicking that little button there, letting you guys know that you're part of the community, and then putting that name in there for during the event giveaway. So again, Independence is the name of the game, and yeah, if you enjoyed this, let me know what colors did you also use for your Magic the Gathering, and what would you think I could do to improve my own skills besides being better at the game? So anyhow, have a laugh in life. Remember, you are also a legend. I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love.